My fist caused a pandemic explosion.
Did you ever see that video where Deontay Wilder boxed some internet troll? Beat the shit out of him?
Shit. Number one, period. I'm the greatest of all time.
Can you tell me real quick the story about the guy with the belt, Charlie Z, when you were walking at the mall with your family and he put down his belt and called you out for a fight?
Charlie Z, the GOAT!
Several days later.
Come outside. Come outside.
Chinese a pussy. Exposed.
Come outside.
Hey, he's wearing gloves, bro. You're bare knuckles. He's wearing gloves. It's alright. Pussy.
Charlie Zelenoff, the GOAT, the pound for pound best fighter to ever live, the love child of the Transporter and Brian Silva.
Swag.
So I wasn't going to talk about Charlie because there's already a fairly lengthy documentary out there about him, but I've become a bit of a completionist, and someone reminded me that if I wanted to complete the Triforce of Fitness-tism, I needed the Triforce of Power, and that's Charlie. Plus, Zelenoff is a very unique specimen.
You know what's gonna happen in your head when you fight me in the ring? You know what's gonna happen? That's what's gonna happen, you mother.
So Charlie is the self-proclaimed, keyword there, self-proclaimed, greatest boxer of all time. He has a fake record of over 200 wins, but how he acquired those wins is quite interesting. See, instead of joining a boxing gym and training or participating in amateur bouts, building skill and notoriety over time, like everyone else does, Charlie had a much better plan. He bought a fake plastic belt from Toys R Us and started an 8-year-long journey of sucker punching people in gyms and talking shit online.
In the ring, this much power can kill somebody.
He created a fake boxing league called the UBF, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself though. See, to understand Charlie Zelenoff, you have to see Charlie Zelenoff in all his glory. And there's quite a bit of it, so let's get started. Charlie, aka Z-Money, is a 30-year-old Russian American who lives in his parents' apartment complex in LA. He's always wanted to be a badass pro fighter. Early on in 2008, Charlie actually competed in a pro boxing match. He fought a fighter with a 1-14 record named Andrew Hartley. Andrew's an older boxer who unfortunately wasn't good enough really to be competitive on the pro scene at high levels, so he fell into like a role as a gatekeeper / punching bag for new upcoming fighters. This should be easy for the champ. And yeah, Andrew beat the shit out of Charlie and he was disqualified for spitting out his mouthpiece. I think Andrew may have actually given Charlie brain damage because this was the catalyst for Charlie to create the UBF, the Underground Boxing Federation. Charlie, of course, is the champ. But it's very difficult to be a champ if you have no wins. So fast track a bit and Z-Money gets in contact with this guy named Frank Stay to act as his manager and promoter. And Frank sets Charlie up with a legitimate amateur boxing match. Well, kinda legitimate. See, it turns out the guy wasn't actually a boxer, and they may have found him outside of a Home Depot, then paid him to take a few punches and fall over. So Charlie's only actual win, in a ring, on recorded video, was in a rigged fight with some Mexican dude named Mario. To be honest, I don't know much about Frank. I know him and Charlie are buddies and he definitely fed Charlie's delusions in the early days. But other than that, I don't know much else about him. I think Frank thought Charlie was eventually going to talk his way into an actual fight with a payday, and he was just going to milk the exposure, but who knows really. This is just the start. Charlie starts putting out video after video, parading around in his Toys R Us belt, trying to hype himself up. Charlie even tries to jump to MMA a few times.
calm the fuck down, alright? That's good, bro. That's good. What the fuck you were thinking? I said watch. Hey, you said friendly, motherfucker.
You did say friendly.
You said, no, that wasn't motherfucking friendly.
No,
You were trying to fucking sleep me.
no, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
You'll notice him flip-flop between the two often. One instance of his MMA career consists of him paying for a trainer to refine his pandemic punching power, of course.
I got the text here, right here. You got owned today in sparring, you goddamn asshole. And then the second was, you were getting your ass kicked in the stand-up, so you tried to break my arm, you fucking faggot. So my coach goes, let me write a message back. I was like, all right. So he wrote it back. Your mommy came down to ask for your money back. Who's the fag now?
And after 2 sessions of Charlie talking shit and trying to sucker punch people, the trainer gave him a little spanking. Apparently his antics don't work on real fighters. Oh well, there's always the UBF. There were actually a few times where Zelenoff was offered some actual legitimate boxing matches, but he turned them down, of course. He wanted a rematch against Hartley, so Charlie's dad Eugene paid for Hartley to fly there for a rematch. Come fight time, Z-Money stalls till the fight's cancelled. And well, I'll show you the clip from the locker room exchange afterwards.
Alright, ATG documentary. Andrew kicked under Hartley. We were in the dressing room. There was going to be a card tonight where they were going to go on.
Yeah, Charlie's a scumbag. And Eugene is just another massive enabler in the land of Zelenoff. I'll give him this though. That was a good slap. Charlie considered this a knockout though, and it brought his current record, that only really makes sense in his peanut-sized head, to 9 wins, 0 losses, and 5 knockouts. He then went right back to talking shit online.
None of you can derail the legend of Charlie Z, bitches. I'm the one and only motherfuckers. None of you fools could be like me. You could wish you could be like me, but you can't be like me, motherfuckers. Anybody wants a piece of me, come get some, man.
And more people were starting to hear about this guy. See, you'll hear people refer to Charlie as a troll boxer. I don't think that's completely accurate though. There's got to be a joke or something behind it for him to be considered a troll. Like if one day Charlie goes on Instagram and shows us like $1 million house, and he's a corporate businessman or something like that. Now that would be an epic troll. But nope, Charlie is a delusional scrub. There's no joke here. Well, I can't really say that.
I'm a fucking legend.
Frank Stay also went into damage control and exposed the whole Home Depot Mario match, proving a lot of Charlie's criticizers right. And there were a lot of those too. They even trolled Charlie by making a fake fan site for him, a few parody videos, stuff we've all seen before. Z-Money wasn't deterred though. After a few online threats, something Charlie still does to this day, he paid another retired boxer named Derek the Giant $300 for 1 round and recorded it. This is the best example of the shit Charlie pulls with his video footage. So Charlie gets someone to record the fight, he takes it and edits it and makes himself look good, uploads it to the internet, then bam, another recorded win under his belt to throw in the hater's face. Except it fails when the full footage is eventually leaked. Charlie doesn't show that part though. He's not done beating retired boxers yet. See, because of the sheer size and popularity of LA, Charlie was able to hunt down Floyd Mayweather Sr. at a boxing gym and asked him for a little sparring session.
Still got it. Still got it. He's out of gas, Floyd. Nice relax. He's going far. You ain't big. Do it now. He finna shot.
I don't know how Charlie got out of this without being stabbed. I'm still in shock. This is another one of Z-Money's tactics. He says he wants to spar a little, see your boxing stance. Sometimes he pays you. And then he tries to sucker punch you and put you to sleep when you're not expecting it. And he knows the average dude isn't going to drop him in a gym because of the legal consequences. Oh, and he also takes the padding out of his boxing gloves, so he's basically hitting you with a leather fist. More recently though, he just gets rid of the gloves altogether.
I'm a champion.
Oh, am I filming you guys or what? Oh, yeah.
One shot. Are you alright, bro?
No, what?
Charlie would take a small break from sucker punching people at Planet Fitness and temporarily switch focus. His new objective: to marry Kim Kardashian.
My future wife, Kim Kardashian. Kim, me and you are gonna get married. This is it. It's a match made in heaven. You cannot go against God, baby. Kim Kardashian, baby. You're gonna look so sexy. I'm buying you high heels tomorrow, baby. Yeah. Kim Kardashian, I bought these heels for you. You like them?
I'm assuming a restraining order soon followed, or he was completely ignored. Either way, 5 months after the Mayweather Sr. incident, Z-Money got busted for robbery and was thrown in the clink for 70 days. I wonder how much the pandemic punch helped him in the shower room there. As soon as he gets out, he heads back to his parents' complex, jumps right back into the swing of things, assaulting random people at LA Fitness, talking bear shit online and in real life. He moved on from Kim too, and things are actually looking up for him at this time. Sure, he's got some hilarious haters exposing him on a daily online, but other than that, things aren't looking too bad. But like every epic story, there's always a twist, and no one's seen this one coming. Good old karma decided to show its head and pay Charlie a visit. One of the people Charlie constantly shit-talked was Deontay Wilder.
Hey, you haven't reached the Bronze Bomber. Sorry that I missed your call, but if you leave your name and your number, the brief message, I'll be sure to get that with you. Until then, have a blessed day.
Yes, I believe I've reached paid professional actor headquarters. Deontay Wilder, paid professional actor. Hey, listen, clown. Talking shit, huh? If I hit you with my power, you spit your gum shield out and you spit every single tooth out, motherfucker. You're a fucking bum. Let's meet up right now. Come to LA, I'm the champion. You're a fucking bum. You're a joke. Hey, I send you my last fight. Kickboxer, 28 seconds, motherfucker. You want to be next? Let's get it on right now.
For those of you who don't know who he is, he's one of the nicest, soft-spoken, giant freaks of nature that ever put on boxing gloves at the time. And he didn't take kindly to Charlie shit-talking.
Yeah.
That's it. Keep it on that. Get up. I'm gonna get mad. You ain't gonna mess with me. You about to make me mad now. Get up. Get up. Get up. You about to get up. Get up. It's gonna stop, man. All that like, huh? Rematch. Let's go.
No, not right now.
It is gonna be right now. This is only way I'm be here.
I'm done.
It's done. He's done. He give up. Let him go. It's gonna stop now. Huh? Don't you ever. Don't you ever call me a don't you ever say you gonna take my daughter around.
Another glorious win for Z-Money. The delirium is strong with this one. This was a huge turning point for Charlie's life because it kind of made him mainstream. Not often does an undefeated pro heavyweight drop everything he's doing and stomp some shit-talking scrub in the gym. I wish it did, but unfortunately there's only been a handful of occasions where something like this has happened. Zelenoff's inability to accept the loss just fueled the fire for all his criticizers. Some people may fall for the trap and kind of feel sorry for Charlie, but you gotta remember here, Charlie's been assaulting people in gyms for over 8 years. He's stalked women, he's been arrested for robbery, he's threatened to kill people multiple times. He's got a thick resume, and these guys are calling him out on it.
You said I'm skinny, you said I suck at fighting, but I'm right here. You want to fight with gloves now? Now you want to fight with gloves? You know where La Habra Boxing Club is? You guys have seen all this, right? Listen to whoever's telling you. Sorry to disturb you, miss. Oh, he's got pulled in by his mom.
Charlie, the creature of habit, goes right back to what he does best. Except now, people that know of Charlie have a bit of a zero tolerance standard with him, and they're kind of getting tired of his shit. So after a few more unrecorded victories, Charlie managed to get another match set up at the gym where he boxed Derek the Giant. Except now this time, He's fighting a young 16-year-old heavyweight named Dejon Daniels. And Dejon is pretty familiar with Charlie's shit. This is my favorite Charlie Zelenoff fight. It has everything in it. A little bit of back and forth.
There's no timeout.
Charlie running out of the ring. It's even got an unexpected ending.
Finish him. All right.
Call it. Let's go. Let's go. You won. What? Oh, you what? Wait, say what? Say what? Say Charlie. What? Let's go. No, say he won. Say he won.
Just say he won.
Say he won. Huh? Say he won. Say
he won.
You won. Say.
Okay, he won. Okay, that's it.
Just in case anyone was wondering, Dejon is the true and honest UBF champ. Even though he gave Charlie the Toys R Us belt back a few days later, he's still the people's champ in my books. Once Charlie got his belt back, he added another knockout to his record and kept on going. Somewhere along the lines, he actually landed a girl and married her. I'm not sure if it was for the green card, but it was apparent that she was just as big of an enabler as Eugene was. I don't know what the deal is with her, whether she believed him or not, but I will say I think it did have something to do with their recreational habits.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack? What the fuck?
I bet that fits in there somewhere nicely. I think she eventually caught on because she did divorce him regardless. She did help him add a few assaults, wins, to his record to throw in the haters' faces though. Charlie's haters.
You haters are humiliated. You're done. I'm about to post this footage. You sick clowns. This is what you people get for threatening my family, for harassing me every fucking day. Karma's a bitch, and I'm about to post that fucking karma to you right now.
There's a lot of them. Some are hilarious. Some are just other shit talkers. Some of them have been around since the very beginning. Some of them lived in the same area as them. But as Charlie's tale slides into more recent times, the social media YouTube age, a lot more people are finding out about him. They're reposting his unedited fights online, creating memes, calling him out, which makes him look pretty bad. Which triggers Charlie into feeling like he has some sort of honor to uphold. See, the last 2 years have been this fucked up cycle of Charlie talking shit, getting called out on it, then assaulting random people in the gym to prove the internet wrong. Which just reignites the whole cycle over and over again. But nothing lasts forever, and every cycle has to eventually stop, and that leads us up to current times. Same old Charlie, same old haters. Except there's a lot more of them now. And well, some of them just want justice at this point. Not like street justice. Well, maybe a little bit of that. Mostly, they just want Charlie to shut up and take the L. Stop with the consistent lies and delusions and threats. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the morality police. And I also love a good dumpster fire from time to time. That's pretty comical. But at the same time, it's starting to get to the point where something bad might happen.
I said no connect. What are you doing? This is boxing. I'm not doing that. This is boxing. No.
I started to think, what if Charlie punched some guy with a seizure disorder? Luckily, Charlie's never actually knocked anyone out, because if he did, they could have cracked their head open on weights or equipment. The guy's hitting people right in the middle of the gym half the time.
Okay. Oh! You alright, man? Oh, yeah, that was brutal right there.
And apparently, I'm not the only one who's had this cross their minds either.
That is going to all LA fitness locations, picking fights with members and posting them on YouTube.
Do you have the person's name?
Yes, that is correct. The individual's name is Charlie Zelenoff.
Yes, we are aware of him.
Oh, you're aware of him? Okay.
Oh yes, our corporate office knows, all of our clubs know to call the police if he comes into any clubs. He's been known for posting them, so yes, everyone has been made aware of that.
I think they've got Charlie banned from almost all the local fitness centers, which I'm surprised hasn't already happened on its own. He's been treading on thin ice for a long time now. A guy named Crazy Tempo noticed Charlie's antics. I don't know anything about Tempo besides his interactions with the champ. I see he does some prank shit, but I'm not really into that, so my knowledge on Tempo pretty much ends here. Anyway, they start having a little back and forth online, and it goes on for quite a while.
Come outside, man. Let's go. Charles right here, guys. Let's go. Charles right here, guys.
Hey, faggot.
Huh?
Come in here.
No, why gotta go in your house?
Come on.
No, come outside.
Fuck you up, man. I just smashed the Marine, bitch. Come on.
Come outside. Why I gotta go in your house?
Come on.
Why I gotta go in your house?
We go hit you.
We're gonna go right there.
That's the steps. Come here.
See, guys, Charlie don't want to fight, and he's always talking shit about it, on YouTube and on Instagram. He was just live on Instagram, guys. Guess what? Charlie's right here, but he don't want to come out. You want me to go in his house to fight?
The videos are drawn out, but there's some funny exchanges in there. So in between finding reasons not to box Tempo, during one of Charlie's pandemic live streams, he was asked if he'd fight an old MMA fighter named Mike Seal. And of course Charlie said yes, igniting another online beef, both going on basically at the same time.
Mike Seal, legitimate professional martial arts, former UFC, is calling me out. He got a ton of videos and he's former UFC. I beat UFC fighters. I beat Chuck Liddell.
I don't know if this is coordinated, but it is hilarious. So after milking the situation a bit, Tempo actually hunts Charlie down. Remember that clip in the intro with Tempo and Charlie? The battle in Astro Burger? I know some people gave Tempo hate for not actually beating the shit out of Charlie, but I much prefer that he just punked him and made him look bad. It's one thing to clown a guy in a ring or in a controlled environment. It's a whole different story to jump him on the street when he's not expecting it. That's the Charlie tactic. And if Tempo really wanted to, he could have just double-legged Charlie on the street, and we'd all be watching this on WorldStar. But nope, he just wanted to troll him. And even though that wasn't a climax a lot of people expected, it was good enough for me. Charlie had to do damage control though. And seeing as he had beef with Mike Seal, what better way to redeem himself than beating Mike Seal down? So they set up a meet, and Charlie tried to give him the good old pandemic punch.
I feel like I fear for my life. I feel like I fear for my life. I feel like I fear for my life. Where you going, buddy?
Hey, alright, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm sitting here trying to pay for a day pass.
My favorite part of the Mike Seal saga is when he pays a visit to Charlie's mom. You could tell she's just given up at this point. Mike's in a similar situation as Tempo. He's just trying to troll Charlie. Mike's not going to show up at Charlie's house and beat him into a coma, let's be real. Mike was a professional MMA fighter with a decent reputation. He's not going to catch a felony over Charlie. If anything, he's going to try to scare some sense into him and provide some lulls. Hopefully Charlie learns something from this all though, because eventually he's going to mess with the wrong person, and not everyone's going to go so easy on him.
Hey Diaz, pick up your phone, bitch. Why are you having your sister answer, man? Be a fucking man, pick up your phone. Let's arrange this. Let's meet in the goddamn gym, and I'm gonna whoop your ass, man. I'm gonna whoop your ass all over the goddamn gym.
Well, that's all I got, guys. 10 years. All I know and all I could find. You're now as well versed in Zelenology as I am. So feel free to take a shower, you've earned it. If you're one of those people that like to watch a dumpster fire in action, check out the links in the description to stay up to date. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, feel free to join my Patreon to see my videos a day early, or just subscribe and show up next time. Whatever works for you. I'll see you guys next upload.